Welcome to Scale with Julia. I am Julia Pimsler, and I'm a business coach and sales trainer, and been going live here on LinkedIn and now reposting to YouTube in order to share great sales practices and things that can help you make more money in your business. If you're new to $1 Million Women, we are helping women business owners to reach that $1 million mark through scaling programs and selling programs. A little more about that at the end, but let's just dive in because today we're talking about something that can really help you with your sales, which are lead magnets. And whether you are already using lead magnets or you've been thinking about using lead magnets or you don't even know what lead magnets are, you'll get something out of this teaching. So first of all, a lead magnet is just a fancy word for something that allows you to start connecting with your future clients before they've even worked with you. And the right clients, because not everybody is your client. Plus, not everyone who lands on your website is ready to buy right then. In fact, 96% of people who come to your website are not ready to purchase when they're on your website. They're just checking you out, and they might bounce pretty quickly. So how can you make sure that you use those few precious moments that they're on your site to connect with them, to build trust, and to show them a little bit what it would be like to work with you? That's where the lead magnet comes in. It can be a PDF, a free little video course. It could be a chapter of a book if you wrote a book, or if you have an article you want to share. What the lead magnet is matters less, the format, than the content and some of the things we're going to get into. So I'm going to teach you the 5 things to get right when you're doing your lead magnet. And I'm also going to talk about how you can build a lead magnet that's going to get you more business, because that's the whole point. So first of all, when you're doing your lead magnet, you're going to get more targeted leads, because if 96% of people come to your site and are not ready to buy right then, well, we want them to come back. And in order to do that, we have to have information that will really pull them in, make them feel like, yes, this is for me. And even if they go away for weeks or months, they want to come back to you. One of the best lead magnets I ever saw was during the pandemic. I was looking to adopt a kitten, and I started looking at all of these different kitten breeders up and down New York State. I live in New York City, and they all started to look alike. They all had cute kittens. Everything was around the same price, and I was getting them all confused. And then at one point, I landed on a kitten breeder that had this free download, a lead magnet, which was 10 things to do to kitten-proof your home. I was like, oh, goodness, I haven't had a kitten in a while. I probably need that. I don't even know, like, is this plant in my house, toxic and the kitten could eat it and die? I mean, I know when I had babies, I had to baby-proof my home. So maybe I need to kitten-proof my home. So I downloaded this nice little 10 things to do to kitten-proof your home before you adopt a kitten. And it just sat on my desktop. And so then several weeks later, when it was time to adopt the kitten, because I wasn't ready, I was just doing research, I found it on my desktop. And of course, that was the first breeder I went back to, because I had that little bit of trust in them since they'd given me this free resource. I got this quick little win of, okay, now I know what to do with my home, and they were top of mind. So I'm sure you would love to be on the desktop of your potential clients. That's very valuable real estate. And also sometimes people print out the lead magnets. They carry them around. Other people see them, or they just keep it as a reminder of something they want to get to later. That is a great place to be as a business owner, is on someone's desktop, printed out on their desk, in their purse. So let's help you have something like those kitten breeders had. So first of all, you'll want to make something where I said there are 5 things you want to get right. So the first one is you've got to know your audience. What are their pain points? What are the problems they're looking to solve? What kind of a lead magnet would kind of stop them and get them to download it, right? I was getting ready to adopt a kitten. So yep, 10 ways to kitten-proof your home. That worked. But maybe if you are helping people with their websites, let's say you redesign websites, it could be like, top 5 changes to make to your site to get higher rankings on Google. Who doesn't want that, right? I want higher rankings on Google. So do your customers. So that could be a free giveaway. And then the people who download that, those are better potential customers for you than the people who didn't download it. So the first thing is know your audience. The second thing is give something out that is high value. And when I say high value, I mean something that they really need to grow their business, or if it's, maybe you're a health coach, someone needs to get started, like maybe, the 10 secret superfoods, right? If you're a health coach, like, I don't know, chia and blueberries and things that are really good for you, but you might not exactly know what they are. Or I remember downloading at one point, what are the dirty dozen? The foods that you should always buy organic because they're covered in toxins, right? Like strawberries, you should always get organic. I remember it was on the dirty dozen. Something like that is of high value to your client, and preferably that gets them a quick win. Now, why is that important? Because if they get a quick win with you, like I kitten-proofed my home, I found out if my plants were toxic or not, and we're going to kill this cute baby kitten I was going to bring home or not, that was kind of important, then they start to trust you, right? You're trying to start to build rapport with them. We know from sales training that people buy from people they know, like, and trust. So you're starting to build up that relationship. So 1, know your audience. 2, make sure it's high value and get them a quick win if you can. 3, make it very specific. It would be better, let's say if you had a bakery, to have a free download that was 10 secret recipes for the best gluten muffins. Gluten-free. 10 secret recipes for the best gluten-free muffins, right? That's very specific. So people who are on a gluten-free diet are going to download that, and then you can start to sell them, we also have gluten-free cakes. Like now you have the emails of all the people who care about gluten-free bread, right? Gluten-free pizza. So make them very specific. I like the fishing metaphor with lead magnets. Like if you were out in a lake fishing and you wanted to catch a certain type of fish, let's say salmon, there's a certain type of bait that would appeal to that fish. And knowing what that is would be critical in getting the salmon to bite. It's the same when you're building these lead magnets. If you know what your customers are trying to solve, then you can get create a lead magnet that really attracts that customer. Okay, so know your audience, make sure it's high value. The third thing is make sure it's specific. And then 4th, make sure it's easy access, meaning it shouldn't require like tons of effort on their part to download it. So yes, they should give you their email. That is the number one thing you want so that you can continue to build that relationship with them and hopefully sell them something down the line. But you don't want them to have to kind of go through all these machinations, put in their home address, unless the lead magnet is something you're going to send to their house. So just make it super simple for them to download it. You could also give them options, like maybe you have a QR code, maybe there's a link, maybe you could get it as an audio or as a video or as a PDF. Some people prefer to learn through reading. Some people prefer to learn through video like this. Some people just love their podcast. They want to learn everything through audio. So think about making it easy access. And then the 5th important thing is to have a really catchy design of this free lead magnet. Because again, back to the bait and the fish, right? The bait looks so appealing to the fish that they just like have to grab it, right? Even though, there's a hook in there. So for our customers, we want to have something that's beautifully designed. This is worth spending a little money on. Go on Upwork or on Fiverr, get someone to professionally design this unless you have that skill, and make sure that when they download it, it looks really classy, it's on brand, and that it's going to represent your brand well. You also want it to have like a great headline, something, when I said the 10 secret recipes for the best gluten-free muffins, it wasn't just the 10 recipes, it was the 10 secret recipes, right? So that was a good headline because secret is one of those sort of power words in copywriting. So think about what kind of headline would really attract your customer and make it almost irresistible to download that lead magnet. One I've seen that I like a lot is the 20 email subject lines that will increase your conversion rate or your open rate of your email list by 100%, right? Because we all send out a lot of emails and we want people to open our emails, but there's such an art and a science to good subject lines. So I think I've downloaded that before on other people's websites, right? What are the best subject lines to increase your open rates of your emails? So really think about what your client will get like a quick win and immediate value over from the lead magnet. And then of course, don't forget to promote it, right? Once you've gotten these 5 things right, It's solving their pain points, know your audience. It's addressing their pain points. It's high value, beautifully designed. It's specific about some, really specific thing they're trying to solve, not super general. It's easy access, a lot of different ways to download it. And it's got this catchy headline. Then you want to make sure you're promoting it in a bunch of places. So have it front and center on your website. If you go to our website, for instance, millionwomen.com, you'll see it's free resources. And no matter where you are on our site, if you're looking at programs or whatever your page you're on, you're going to see free resources. That is our free vault with all of our lead magnets in one place. So you don't have to go right to having multiple lead magnets. You can just start with one. You could put it in a pop-up on your website so that before people go away, hey, wait, before you go, do you want to know the 10 ways to kitten-proof your home? Here's our free download. Or if you're a videographer, we have a graduate who works with professionals, helping them to use video to communicate and have a bigger impact, Cheryl Tan. And she's got some great free resources on her website you can check out after this live. She's just at CherylTanmedia.com, Cheryl, CherylTan media.com. And if you go to her site and you go to free resources, there's one that she had right from the beginning, and now she's added a whole bunch of other ones. But when she went through our program, we talked about the importance of these lead magnets, and she created a really good one right away that's called the Video Ready Checklist. So with the Video Ready Checklist, you find out what are the things I need before I even start making videos. So what's the lighting? What should I wear? Do I have to have a script? She covers all of that. You can go download it on her website. But it doesn't solve the problem that she wants you to hire her to solve, which is, how do I have better presence on the video? How do I make sure my videos are communicating my value? It just gives you that quick win of, okay, now I have the right equipment. I have the right lighting. I'm not wearing a striped shirt that's going to look crazy on camera, or, not doing some of these faux pas she tells you about. And then your next step would be to hire her. That's the best kind of lead magnet, when you're giving someone a quick win and they're now ready to hire you to solve the rest of the problem. Those are the best lead magnets. The other thing I want to share is that if you have all different lead magnets, and if you go to Cheryl Tan's website, you'll see she has multiple, then you can start to build out funnels in your email system, where if someone downloads, let's say, the Video Ready Checklist that Cheryl has, then she knows that person is kind of just getting started. But maybe they take one of her other free resources. I think she has a multi-video free little boot camp where you're learning how to have better executive presence on video. Well, those people are a little further along. So she might send them a whole different set of emails than she would send to the people who got the Video Ready Checklist. So start thinking about how you can segment your list of the people who are signing up for your lead magnets and send them different sets of emails so that it's more targeted. We always like to think of the people who sign up for our free resources on our website, the free vault that we have, as people who are raising their hands. That's just a simple way of thinking about it, that there are millions of people out there. You're not going to be able to work with all the people who actually need your help. But if you have people who are going to your website, downloading your lead magnets, leaving you their email, which they have to do to get the lead magnet, they're essentially raising their hand. They're saying, oh, I have this problem. I need some help with this. And that is your low-hanging fruit as a small business owner. If you want to make more sales, it's definitely worth spending some time creating one lead magnet for starters, and perhaps multiple lead magnets that give your client a quick win, start to build that relationship with them, and allow you to then build out some email funnels where maybe through a set of 4 emails, you give them some more value. This is now getting into a whole other teaching that I could do here on Scale with Julia about how to use these emails to sell. But first, let's get them onto your list. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. We'll save that for another Scale with Julia. But I'd love to see you build out that lead magnet. We've had women in our program create so many different amazing lead magnets, everything from a little free video series, kind of like I said Cheryl Tan had, to an ebook, to an audio podcast that they could get for free if they gave their email. You can get creative with it. Have fun with it. And if you're really not sure where to start, then think about what's something that you deliver to your clients when you first start working together that they're always so grateful for. That's like a quick win that they usually get right when they start working with you. And maybe you could just separate that out and create a lead magnet out of it. We did that with one of ours when we do our sales training program, which is 50K in 21 days challenge. We give a lot of tools to help our women learn how to sell. And one of them is a worksheet that's called Objections Tool. It's a worksheet tool, whatever you want to call it. So we started giving that away as a lead magnet to people who want help overcoming objections at the end of a sales call. And what's great about that is if you even know that term, objections, then you've started to think about sales, or maybe you've had a little bit of sales training and you know that, wow, overcoming objections is hard and I need some help with that. So the women who download our objections tool, that free training, that lead magnet, sorry, not free training, free tool, they're raising their hand, right? They're saying, hey, I'm thinking about sales. I'm trying to get better at this. And then we know that those are women who are more likely to sign up for our 50K in 21 days challenge, which, by the way, if you're watching this live, we have one starting on June 20th. We've already trained over 150 women in sales, and we're just getting started because this is one of the best ways to grow your business is to get sales training. You cannot take the sale out of scale, but most women have not had sales training. So we are filling in that gap with our very affordable 1-month sales training. It's kind of a sprint. So if you haven't taken it and you want to learn more about it, you can head over to millionwomen.com. I will throw up the URL on the website and just go to programs, 50K in 21 days challenge, learn more about it, set up a call with us, and we'll take it from there. So just to wrap up on lead magnets, if you don't yet have a lead magnet, this is your wake-up call that you are leaving money on the table. You definitely want to create one. It might take a couple of weeks, but it'll be time well spent, because then when the 96% of people who land on your website are not ready to buy, they will give you their email address. You can find out what they're interested in. You can start to build out these segmented email funnels, and you don't have to do it all at once. Create the ebook or the 10 secret recipes for gluten-free muffins or whatever it is that you're going to do. And then you can also bring it to conferences when you're speaking. If you're on stage, you can say, hey, I've got this free ebook. If anybody would like it, see me after. Take their email, send them the free ebook. We always want to be building our list so that we can have more people to sell to. I'm trying to get back to brand. Here we go. Oh, just give me a minute. Oh, I don't know. I was out late last night. We had an event, and so I can't get that off right now. So you can go to millionwomen.com, or you can set up a call with us by going to Scale with Julia. And here we go. I found it. Voila. Oh, let me just check the comments. See if there's anybody asking questions this morning. Okay, if you want to leave me a comment here on LinkedIn, I'm very happy to answer it. I answer them in real time and also after the fact. So thank you for joining today for Scale with Julia. Shout out to Melissa Clayton of Tiny Tags for my necklace I love so much. I always love to give shout outs to women business owners. This has the names and birth dates of my sons, Emmett and Adrian. Birth dates on one side, names and birthstone on the other, and I absolutely love it. So check out Melissa Clayton's Tiny Tags if you're looking for some gifts. And I will see you right back here next week on Scale with Julia. Stay brave and go big and build a great lead magnet.